Hello everyone, this is my study channel. One of the hardest things to realize is that in life, you have control over some things, but then don't have control over other things. Oftentimes, when you have a goal in mind, you will imagine yourself achieving the goal and living the lifestyle that the goal would bring to you. You go out of your way to start planning ahead so that you can prepare. It's normally a good thing to plan ahead, and I'm the kind of person who just likes doing that for everything. It can be good for figuring out what I want to do, but also it can be a good way of practicing using the mind. Using the mind itself is a great form of exercise for the mind. The thing is, because I'm always planning and thinking about things beforehand, sometimes a specific goal doesn't happen. You don't get accepted to the school of your choice. The opportunity you were looking for doesn't happen. When this happens, it is disheartening because you might have spent days or weeks anticipating and envisioning yourself doing something. How do we deal with that outcome as humans? And really, I want to talk about the idea of letting go and being strong and thoughtful in your actions. I might always want to be a forward thinker and a visionary, but being pliable and able to bend with the wind and accept what may come my way is something that we can also have. When you let go, it's not that you're giving up. You're just surrendering to what is. You're accepting reality, especially when you already made the intent to do the right thing. You did your part. Maybe there were mistakes you made and corrections that you could make for next time, but you put in the effort, and if you still fail, then that's all you can do. At that point, you accept the result of where you are. When you look at how things happen, a lot of times it might not even be your fault. There could have been outside circumstances that prevented you from performing well. Or maybe the competition was too much and there were multiple qualified contestants, but only one could advance forward. When you try to understand why things happen the way they do, you'll often find that in a lot of cases, life is like a game. And just like in games, where sometimes it's all about the right timing and the right opportunities, sometimes you win and sometimes you lose. In life, it works the same way. So, letting go is really a psychological method that you can use on yourself, and you can use it to guide you so that no matter what happens, you can move forward. Where one opportunity closes off to you, then do what you can to either follow another or create your own opportunity by building a job or subject or business, of your own. The universe is always changing. It is ever changing. That is one thing you can count on. This is why if you fail or don't make it this time, then surely something else will come up in a different way. This is one way you can find help. If that doesn't work, then you might have to create your own path to success. But what I'm really getting at is that a healthy approach that I like to take is to continue going forward no matter the setback. The reason why this is important to realize is that sometimes when you fail, you might feel tempted to think about the past. You might be tempted to worry about or ask, what if? As in, what if things had turned out differently? Or what if I had just changed my strategy? What if I knew then what I know now? The problem with this is that these ideas never existed. If something didn't happen, it never happened, and so you're thinking that never was. You're thinking of something that never was. It's just an illusion. So does it really have any value as far as thinking about it? It doesn't. You're wasting time completely. Not even thinking about the failure at all is a great approach, especially once you've analyzed it and understand the problem to the best of your ability, or if you made a good effort. If you made an honest, good effort, then that is all you could have done. So you just keep going. I would say that when you let go, you are letting go to life and letting things play out. Yes, you can control what is within your control, but the outcome of the things you do are not always in your control. Sometimes nature or other people are making decisions that you can't control. The idea of letting go is that because your life is based on these outside circumstances and timing, and the timing of things that are happening around you, this is why you should just let go and let things happen. What's really good advice is for you to be the best person you can be. Prepare and become the best performing person, the best performing version of you that you can be, in the hopes that somewhere out there, someone else is looking for a great performer like you and will give you that opportunity because that has value, because you have value. That's how opportunity happens. Opportunity is often the meeting of two great people looking for each other. Oftentimes, a producer or financier is looking for a great performer, and a great performer or worker is looking for someone to give them a chance. If you do the right thing and are an honest worker, then by letting go, you will come across the opportunities, and people will see that in you. They will see that success. They will see the fruit of your labor, the fruits of your labor. Another way of thinking of letting go is to accept how things play out and happen, and to be content and striving in whatever stage you end up. The reality is that there are actually multiple ways to success, and no one ever plans everything to come out exactly as they think that it will happen. When you look at other people's life stories, you'll often see that there were lots of coincidences and funny happenstances that created the outcomes that they had. Perhaps consider that whatever happens and wherever you are, you can still possibly reach success or reach your original goals even, but just not in the way that you thought you would. Imagine yourself climbing a mountain. And yes, you can go up the well-worn path, the traditional path that everyone else follows or that has already been cleared out. But there are other ways up the mountaintop as well. In fact, when you look at a mountain, you can almost come at it from every possible angle. Now, of course, there might be easier and harder and almost very hard, impossible to do paths, but there are still ways to go up the mountaintop. So, by letting go, instead of giving up hope, perhaps where you are, you can still actually climb up to the mountaintop just the same. So if you just let go and start climbing from wherever angle you are, let that be your path forward. Many great artists and inventors had to follow non-traditional paths, and that's what I'm trying to emphasize and teach here. What it really comes down to is that you have control over some things, but you don't have control over many other things. This is what I mean by letting go. Sometimes the outside world or even your own mind can try to make you feel like you're missing out on something, but really, maybe you can be the decider of what you think is important. And so make the decision to see beauty, meaning, and value in who you actually are, in what is actually happening. And this will make it so that you can go forward with confidence. Even when things don't turn out the way you want them to, I still think you do have a lot of control. And in fact, I would argue that all life is like that. I don't think anybody has complete control over anything. So really, this applies to everyone. Everyone has to deal with setbacks and losses, but being able to control the things you can control and moving forward is what can make the difference and make it more likely that you'll succeed next time. Or maybe you'll find success in some other unpredictable way that you didn't expect at all, but turned out to be better than what you originally planned. Letting go will make it quicker to get over your inevitable failures. But letting go will also be instrumental in you finding the actual solutions that might work. So I hope you all are doing okay, and thank you for watching.